fake friends.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let us explain.
It's free.
Yeah, a lot of those other podcast places want to charge you money every month, like dozens of dollars.
Like dozens of dollars. We don't even know what that is because we don't see it.
No, and that's a phrase people use often, right? Like you go to a store and you say, how much is that? And they go, that'll be $12.
That's exactly it,
yeah.
Yes. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
We're doing that right now on a phone.
I love technology.
Amazing.
Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more.
You can also make money from your podcast. No minimum listenership required.
You know what that means? Dozens of dollars straight in your pocket.
You got dozens of listeners, you're going to be making dozens of dollars, potentially. I mean, don't hold them to it. It's really, you got to put in the work.
Yeah. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place.
So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Bye. Hey, fake friends. Listen to Fake Headlines podcast using Stitcher Premium.
Use promo code FAKEHEADLINES for 1 free month.
Listen to some of your favorite shows ad-free with Stitcher Premium like
Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend,
My Favorite Murder,
Having Funlessness with Jen Kirkman,
Natch Beaut,
Office Ladies,
Prompt and Circumstance,
WTF with Mark Maron,
and so many more.
Plus, you get access to Stitcher Originals, bonus episodes, comedy albums, and more.
Only $4.99 a month or $34.99 for a whole year.
Go to Stitcher.com/premium to sign up today.
Again, use promo code FAKEHEADLINES for 1 month free. Bye! Hello, I'm Tiffany Dillon.
And I'm Kevin Dillon.
And this is Fake Headlines Podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Fake Headlines Podcast, episode number 85.5.
85.5. That's right. This week is a mini-sode.
It's Pandemic FM 85.5 on your dial.
Coming to you live from the Dillon household.
From the Dillon shelter, the quarantine zone.
Here we are, live from Buffalo.
We've been inside for what feels like 87 days straight.
Yeah, we did treat ourselves this weekend. Friday we're continuing to try and support local places. So Friday we went out and we got a really good Impossible Burgers from a local place.
Yes, they were delicious.
And then Sunday we treated ourselves to brunch.
And also, as we were waiting for, I went in to get the food. I didn't want Tiffany to expose herself to anything, so I went in.
I know, I'm such a flasher. I just can't control myself.
Was I saving I was saving the world from your exposure, right?
That's
right. Yes. There was everybody was social distancing, waiting for their food, and there was a woman doing push-ups on the sidewalk outside the restaurant.
I happened to look like it.
I walked right by her, a little too close.
I happened to look up at the right moment to see this woman doing push-ups. Like it was like the concrete part at the bottom of a light pole or something.
Yeah. She wasn't like fully down on the ground. She was like doing she was at like what kind of angle would you call it? Like a 45 degree angle doing push-ups?
I'd call that a 45, yeah.
She was at a 45 degree angle doing push-ups on a light post, which is like I think a Bruce Springsteen lyric, isn't it?
Pretty sure.
I think it is. I believe it. I'm not really familiar with his work, but I believe it.
It wasn't before, it is now.
It sure is. Hey, Bruce, that's a free one for you. Trying to make some money during this whole thing.
Yeah, that was a weird moment.
Yeah, you looked up and saw it. I was hoping you had your phone and were recording it because I was walking by her, but I knew you were scrambling to record me. But
I was also so amazed at what was happening because
she had good form.
She did. She was like not. She didn't have an athletic look to her.
You're so nice. She was the kind of person waiting for a burger like me. Let's be honest.
Impossible or not. Yeah. So that was cool.
Yeah, so that was super strange. But she seemed to, you know what? When you're in the middle of a pandemic, you still got to take time for yourself and try to better yourself. You know what I mean?
You do. Whether it's push-ups in a public space while you're waiting for your dinner
I hope she had like gloves on doing that, though. I wouldn't want to touch anything. I was so afraid to touch anything while I was outside.
I don't think she did. And that's a very valid point. I didn't even think about that safety element. Ugh. There's so many things that we have to think about now that we've just never really considered. Like, I am the kind of person who's always just carried... I carry chapstick and hand sanitizer and usually some sort of contact solution with me in my purse at all times. And now it's like I have to add so many other things: soap, right. Water.
Right, you're bringing a bucket. You're bringing water and soap with you everywhere you go. A sponge. Well, after we got
gloves,
the food, when we came back home, the first thing we did
suit.
Was stand in the shower and spray down my wallet and debit card with Lysol.
You really did, yeah.
While you were wearing a hazmat suit, as you just explained, yeah.
So yeah, that was exciting to see. Sunday we had the most baller brunch from our favorite place, Falafel Bar in Buffalo. Yeah,
they offered. There's a place near us that offered a curbside pickup for brunch, and it was fantastic. We called ahead, picked that up. So those were our two treats of getting out of the house in the last 7 days.
Yeah, we haven't gone grocery shopping in a minute. I mean, we're still surviving off of our 4-pound bag of Easter candy, so we're good.
We're doing pretty well. We have enough supplies. We live in New York State, and our sort of not shelter in place. What do you call this? Stay at home. The stay-at-home edict that is out there.
Yeah,
we're supposed to be at home until at least the end of April.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then it's going to be reevaluated from there, as I'm sure it is wherever you're listening. So, yeah, we're just hanging out inside all the time. That's what we do. We're indoor people now.
Yeah, and once spring actually happens, we'll be outside more. There's been like 2 days where it's been like kind of decent, and can't enjoy them.
No, we did try to go for a walk last week, but there were so many people at the park, and it was like a game of chicken as people were walking towards you. We always were the chickens, and we stepped to the side.
Because here's the thing. I don't want to be near you. Get away from me.
Yeah.
6 feet. No touching.
Yeah, exactly. Pretend we're in like a prison visiting center.
Right.
No touching. And stay away from each other.
Hands must be visible at all times.
Exactly.
Yeah. So things are weird right now. And people are handling it in all different ways. Some people are being really, really productive. And I find that myself am not being productive.
Oh, same here. And I think it's okay. Like, I don't feel bad, because I think it is something that is happening right now across our world, where we have all this time on our hands in a lot of cases. Some of us are fortunate enough to be working, others not. There's a lot of psychological things happening for people to deal with. And it's okay that your creative brain isn't like in hyperdrive right now.
And I think that, it's not that we're not being creative at all. Because again, we are fortunate enough to work. So on the weekend, we are really looking for different sort of ways to allow ourselves to really have an even deeper outlet than what we usually do to decompress from the work week.
Mm-hmm.
And we've baked stuff this weekend. I tried to make ice cream.
Mm-hmm. It turned into a nice milkshake.
It did. I made it out of aquafaba, and if you don't know what that is, it's like the weird juice stuff that comes in a can of chickpeas. So
we're getting creative.
And it didn't turn out too bad. It ended up being like a Wendy's Frosty.
It really did turn out pretty good. It sounds weird, but it was delicious.
But what Kevin and I did to have a good time on Saturday night was we decided, we had the Zoom party to celebrate one of our friends' birthdays. And then since we were kind of dressed up for that, we decided to have a little dance party, just the two of us. We had a little date night, and even though we didn't go out, we had a good time. We put on some fun 80s music, and we danced the night away.
We did. We danced for a couple hours, and we got about 10,000 steps in.
I know. It was
we did pretty
so
good.
Impressive.
It was a lot of fun, actually. It was really fun.
And, we did a lot of laughing.
We really did. And I think once this pandemic passes, and hopefully you've got people that you're enjoying being quarantined with. And if not, once this pandemic passes, get out there and find someone for the next one, because you're going to want to hunker down with somebody you want to spend time with. And you might want to go to a dating website, maybe look up OK COVID, maybe there's a website. Maybe they can find someone. Look for someone that's in their bio. They say, I have plenty of bottled water and lentils, and I like music. I'm going to swipe right on that person.
I already got a bomb shelter in place, enough food and toilet paper to last us for years, baby. Are you here for the long ride?
I make my own artisanal toilet paper. Interested in swipe wiping right?
Swipe wipe right. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there is time.
Someone for everyone.
Yeah, get out there and find someone between now and the next big disaster we have to live through. Because we are very fortunate. We are very fortunate right now, and that not a day goes by in this strange new world we're in that I'm not. I don't think about that, and I think about all my friends and family that are in different circumstances, and I just hope that we all can make it through together, because it's scary.
Yeah, it is scary.
Scary times right now.
It's hard to we'll get through all this like stupid sad stuff in a minute, but like it's hard not to feel upset, and I think the most important thing we can do right now is to allow ourselves to feel. So with that being said, part of the reason why we wanted to do a shorter episode is because I can't get my brain to be creative and focus on making fake headlines right now. And that is my approach to self-care, is that I'm hearing myself and I'm allowing myself to feel those feelings and recognize what I'm doing, rather than try to force something that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And we want to keep doing the podcast and be able to provide at least a little bit of an outlet and maybe a glimmer of joy in perhaps your week, and so we hope that we can provide that for you.
Yeah. And you know what I want to mention too, one good story that has come out of this for me anyway, not to toot my own horn, but I am working on week 3 of not smoking cigarettes. Whoop, whoop. It's almost going to be by Friday. It'll be 3 weeks.
That's so awesome. I'm so proud of you.
That is the longest I've gone without smoking since the 1990s. That is gross.
And this is a really stressful, scary, weird time. And if you can make it through this with never smoking, you're done. I
can do it. Yeah,
you're done.
And let that be. I mean, maybe hopefully that inspires you to do something too. I don't know. Maybe maybe you can kick smoking now as well. I know it's a delicious thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love it. I dream about it most nights now because I'm not smoking. But I tell you, man, it's you can do it, because I didn't think I could do it. I thought I was going to be a slave to cigarettes for the rest of my life. I did not think I had the willpower or the desire in any way to quit smoking. But I didn't do it cold turkey. I'm using nicotine lozenges, which you can find at any drugstore or grocery store. Popping a couple of those throughout the day, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
I've never once during this global crisis wanted to run outside and smoke, mainly because I don't want to put my hands near my face.
Yeah. And you're not alone in feeling that nicotine lozenges are a good way to keep you from smoking, because Mark Maron, I think, still does it,
that's right.
or unless he's weaned himself off at this point. I lost track.
Yeah.
But for the longest time,
he was doing that too. Yeah.
That's what he was doing. Was using lozenges.
It works.
And that's okay.
Take it from two great podcasters, Mark Maron and Kevin Dillon. Nicotine lozenges are the way to go.
We've been trying to do yoga, and I think that has really helped you.
That has helped me quite a bit too, to relax, for one, because I'm a very anxious person, which I didn't realize until the last couple of years, really, when I've looked at myself in the mirror and realized why I act the way I do.
How much anxiety kind of controls everything.
Yeah.
Not everything, but like...
No, it does. It absolutely does.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to.
Yeah, because it's just a thing. It's not who you are. It's just a thing that exists in your life, and sometimes peeks its head up and you're like, what the hell are you doing here?
Right, exactly. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing, dude?
Get out of here.
And there's plenty of free yoga videos on Amazon Prime, so check those out.
Yeah, we recommend those. And do whatever you need to do to self-care, and just do your best to find the positive moments in each day. It doesn't matter what it is, how small it is, whether it's you look outside and you see the sun is shining and that's exciting, Or, maybe you got out of bed and took a shower that day. That's exciting. You brushed your teeth. You became a human. I haven't worn real pants in several weeks. I'm just hoping my pants fit at the end of this.
I know. I feel like I'm what is it? Like, it's like sharks when you put them in in a aquarium tank. They only grow to a certain size to the tank. Like, I feel like my body is like that with pants. And now that I'm wearing sweatpants, I'm going to just keep expanding now.
I had a friend send me a meme recently, and it was just like, this is going to be me at the end of the pandemic, and it was like a popped biscuit can, like those ones that surprise you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I get that. And you know what? If that happens, that's okay. Who cares?
It's okay.
We all deal with it in different ways.
That's true.
And as long as you survive and you get through this and you remember that you're loved and that you love other people, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. I like that.
Stay healthy, friends.
Stay healthy, my popped biscuit cans out there. 'Cause I'm right there with you.
So now that we got all the serious stuff out of the way, so what we're going to do this week
is positive stories. We're just going to go through a couple of real positive stories to break the cycle of terrible news out there.
Yeah. And believe it or not, it's real difficult to find some positive stories out there. And
but we found a couple that
gosh darn it, we're here for it.
We found a couple that are pretty we thought were pretty inspiring or just interesting.
I like that I had to clean it up for this episode. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me.
It's okay to swear. We're all under a lot of stress right now. It's okay. Don't worry.
I've been swearing so much. Kevin, do you mind if I read mine first?
I don't mind at all. No, go right ahead.
For the record, I just did an hour of very intense yoga, and I'm real glad to be sitting down right now.
Yeah, I kind of wussed out. I took a couple breaks during the yoga, but yeah, my body is very sore as well. We're both just laying on the floor, by the way, staring at the ceiling.
Okay, so here is a feel-good story, and I'm pretty sure maybe most people have already seen this by now, but I think it's really interesting and fun to share this because it's a remarkable story. It really is. So this was shared by one of our local Buffalo affiliates, but it is from CBS News. And the headline is World War II veteran recovers from coronavirus just in time for his 104th birthday.
Oh,
I made it.
Oh, that's amazing.
This guy, 104, unbelievable. And he's a World War II veteran, which there are not a lot of those individuals left anymore, considering it happened so long ago. And so this person has seen so many
monumental
incredible
changes.
things happen in their lifetime. And so that's really cool. So here's the article. A resilient 104-year-old man who lived through the Spanish flu, the Great Depression, and World War II has now recovered from the coronavirus. William Bill Lapshes contracted the virus at Edward C. Alworth Veterans Home in Oregon. He first started showing symptoms on March 5th and had been isolated in his room. But as of this week, he is considered recovered from COVID-19.
Wow.
Lapshes recovered just in time for his birthday, his family said. On Wednesday, his family surprised him at the veterans' home for a unique celebration. Since visitors aren't allowed inside this time, they had a social distancing party outside.
I thought you were going to say that they had a Zoom happy hour. It's like everybody uses Zoom, even the 104-year-old guy.
How does everyone know how to use this?
How did he know? I mean, it feels like after this, after everybody had to sit at home, like 2 days into this thing, everybody had Zoom and like there's like a Zoom like meeting expert. Like,
I had never heard of it before.
No, me neither.
Weird.
It's got to be a real kick in the ass for FaceTime over there at Apple. They got to be pissed off. They're like, guys, this is our moment. We should be
bringing families together.
Right. They're like, this is our moment. Or Google Hangouts is like, this is it, guys. This is our big day. And then it's like, hey, Zoom, we're here. Never mind. We already got you.
Zoomed right in. This isn't exactly how his family wanted to celebrate, his daughter said. We celebrated his 101st and had over 200 people. But we're so thrilled he's recovered from this, and we just had to do something for him. She said her father was very, very sick, and the doctors said he might not make it. His son-in-law called him pretty resilient, noting that Lapshies lived through the Spanish flu, the Great Depression, and a couple major recessions. His smile, I wish you could have seen it. That mask covers it, but his smile is absolutely contagious, one of his 6 great-grandchildren said. Lapshies also has 2 grandchildren and 5 great-grandchildren who just can't wait to hug him again.
Aww.
They're hoping to take him out for a drive so he can see the river and the mountains again.
That really sucks, too. Having this happen, I mean, God bless him for being a hero to just everybody. But, I feel bad for the family and for him because all this separation going on right now when time is very precious because of his stage of life where maybe he's not going to have years left. So every minute separated has got to be very excruciating for these people. And it's very upsetting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my dad just turned 70 and all I want to do is hug him right now.
Right, yeah.
And I feel so bummed.
I know.
So I can imagine these kids feel the same way.
But he is healthy and he is safe and he is secluded away from a heavily populated area. So we just kind of have to keep checking in with him. That's all that matters. Yep. He has Zoom, doesn't he? Everybody does. Let's get him on Zoom.
I wish. Lapshi's family said they couldn't have asked for more kindness or care for him during this difficult time. We hope that this will inspire some of the other people that are going through this. And we're really excited and looking forward to his 105th.
Oh, that's really sweet.
At his 104th birthday party, we asked, which is the news affiliate, we asked him how he felt to reach that milestone. Pretty good. I made it. He then paused and added, good for a few more. Which I think is so sweet. And I just
he then said, get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn, you kids.
With your cameras.
Yeah.
Your hoopla.
I'm just so amazed at that story. And it's just so it's a beautiful story. And happy birthday to that guy.
Yeah, that's really amazing to have seen all of this. He probably thought the COVID-19 was no big deal. He's been through the Spanish flu and he's been through like the war.
Several.
All the wars.
He's seen all the wars.
Jeez Louise. God, those people are just incredible.
If he's 104, then he wouldn't have any memories of it, but he would have been alive for World War I.
Right, sure.
He would have been too young to remember any of it, but
right. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
It's wild.
So happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday, sir. Thank you for your service. I just saluted him as if he could see us. That's
okay.
I think he could see us in spirit, I think.
Yeah. Oh, just imagine Kevin saluting.
That was a very uplifting story. That reminded me of these sort of social distancing birthday parties. A friend of ours in the Buffalo area, his daughter had a birthday, and obviously they couldn't have a get-together, so he posted this photo of his daughter blowing out a birthday cake, and then there was like 7 or 8 iPads and phones all like in a semicircle in front of her with all of her grandparents and aunts and uncles all watching. And friends, yeah. Oh, so cool. It was so sweet. It was cool. So sweet. That picture should be a viral photo. I know. Was just too cute. I love it. Good job, Tom. Tom Amadeo. Anyway, I always want to imagine his song like to the tune of Amadeus. I think he posted a picture once of a mixtape he made, and it was called "Rock Me Amadeo." So he gets it. He understands. Okay, he knows. He knows the deal. Right. So the article I have here, Tiffany, is from Time, not from the magazine, not from the not from the measurement we use to keep track of years. The one in which we would like to fast forward through. Yes, exactly. It's from Time.com. It's the headline says, it's like a silent visual message how social distancing friendly bear hunts are uniting neighborhoods among coronavirus. Now, this has to do with children, not with people who identify themselves as bears. I just want to be very clear. Okay. I want to set this up properly for you. I don't want your imaginations to run wild. We love bears. But Tiffany and I were out for a walk in our neighborhood a couple weeks back, and we saw a teddy bear in a window, and we thought, what the heck is going on over there?
Yeah, I was just having a look, and I was like, I think there's a bear in that window. Why would there be a bear squished there?
Even the Berenstain Bears are isolated right now.
I know.
Why do they live in our neighborhood?
What are they doing? They're famous.
The Berenstain Bears and the Worldwide Pandemic was my favorite book when I was a kid.
Oh man.
Oh gosh. But yeah, so this is so then I saw this article, and we just, and this is what this is. So the article goes, lions, tigers, and teddy bears. Oh my. Someone's shooting for a Pulitzer with this article. With families around the world abiding by social distancing guidelines recommended by health experts and the Center for Disease Prevention officials to curb the further spread of coronavirus, neighborhood bear hunts are becoming all the rage in some areas. Taking a page from Michael Rosen's 1989 children's book, We're Going on a Bear Hunt, members of a number of communities across the globe are placing teddy bears and other stuffed animals in their homes' windows to create a scavenger hunt-esque activity for kids who are stuck at home. While taking walks or drives around the neighborhood with their parents, kids in participating communities can have some fun by keeping an eye out for a number of stuffed animals that have been put on display in houses.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Shanna Bonner Groom, who spearheaded the recent bear hunting initiative in the Stewart Springs neighborhood of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, tells Time that she got the word out by posting the idea in her neighborhood's private Facebook group after seeing it floating around on social media. Now she says kids are roaming the neighborhood in full safari outfits, binoculars included. How cute is that? Within hours, everybody was responding and wanting to join in, she said. Everybody's trying to enjoy this time at home with each other, but to do social distancing at the same time. So we're trying to have some fun with the activities. Groom said that nearly half the homes in her 200-house neighborhood are now participating in the bear hunt, including ones where no kids live. We have some houses where probably every stuffed animal they own is stuffed into a window. Some families have turned it into a safari instead of a bear hunt because you can see other animals. People are putting bear prints on their sidewalks and chalk. It's morphed into this whole thing.
Oh,
it's so cute. And there's some photos. You can see pictures of bears.
I love that so much.
I think it's super cool too.
I think that it's probably like adults are, we're to the point where we can kind of deal with situations and a little bit more, we're a little bit more capable of understanding what's going on, we'll say.
Right.
And kids, on the other hand, they need traditionally a little bit more structure, and to have those little touches of normalcy are really, really important to them, and they're important to adults too. So even though it's really for the kids, these adults that are going along with them, I'm sure, are having a really good time too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's something to do other than just like watch TV or whatever. It's something you get outside.
We're a victim to that.
Yes. We have watched 13 seasons of Criminal Minds in like the last 2 months, so we are full of murdery images.
Yeah. Yeah. Once we get through that, maybe we'll move on to something a little better. But
Tiger King, perhaps.
No, I don't know if I want to watch it.
We have to watch it.
I don't know. I feel like I already know so much about it.
I know. I think we've seen too many memes already, so we kind of get it.
Just annoyed.
But yeah, I thought this was a really cool thing for kids. Just to, like you said, they got to be scared. They don't really have the same life experience to maybe deal with it a little bit easier than an adult would.
Yeah.
So it gives them something to do, and it's kind of fun, and it takes their mind off maybe how things might be very scary for them.
Yeah.
It gives the parents something to do to prepare and set up something to the neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just like a really sweet thing to be doing right now, just to do something nice for the kids. I like it a lot.
Doing something nice for your community as well.
Yeah.
I think that the best thing we can do is to continue to be positive in elements like that. Mm-hmm. Like whether it's celebrating those who are helping others, or doing your best to help others in the best way you know how, whether it's being someone who is a healthcare provider, or being someone who has to work out in the public, or if it's someone who's inside and putting teddy bears in your windows. You're still
Doing something. Even if you're just staying home and not getting out there in public, you're doing something positive right now.
If you're at home right now wearing nothing but maybe the Twinkie in your hand, that's okay.
And send us a picture, please. fakeheadlinespodcast@gmail.com.
I meant that as the hostess snack.
Or fakeheadpod on Snapchat. No, we don't have a Snapchat, do we? I don't think we do.
No.
Sorry, I took that in a different direction, Tiff. I'm sorry. I thought you were going there. I'm sorry.
No, we're good. We're good. Yeah. So, okay. Even though that this was a little bit more of a subdued episode, we hope that those two stories still brought a big smile to your face.
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody just stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Do something nice for your friends or neighbors. Get together on Zoom like everybody else.
Yeah.
Support your local restaurants and hospitality workers by, getting food and leaving a big tip and making sure people are taken care of out there.
Check in on your friends. If you're feeling like, you know what, I want someone to check in on me, reach out to someone else and be like, hey, how are you doing? Chances are they're going to be like, wait, how are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
And if no one's checking in on you, and you still need someone to reach out to, email us at fakeheadlinespodcast@gmail.com. We'll send you something silly back, whether it's a meme or something silly that Kevin and I had said, or maybe we'll record a specialized message and just send it to you.
Yeah, and you can hit us up on Twitter at fakeheadpod or on Facebook and Instagram at fakeheadlinespodcast.
And also, you can go straight to our website at www.fakeheadlinespodcast.com. And I think that's it.
I think that's all the places.
We got it all. Don't forget to tell your friends about our podcast. Maybe recommend your favorite episode. We have a few episodes out there. So if there's one that really sticks out in your mind, you're like, this is the one that makes me laugh the hardest. Recommend that to your friends, and then shoot them on over to iTunes or Apple Podcasts, because I'm an old lady.
Oh, iTunes. Would you pull
Apple
that up
Podcasts.
Did you pull that up on your iPod, Tiffany? You.
I still use iTunes on my computer. And have them give us 5 stars.
There you go. Yeah.
Tell your friends.
And we'll be back soon with some more fun and hilarity. But hey, man, just stay safe. And we love you. And thanks for listening. And we'll see you soon.
Bye.